There are two kinds of pain in this world. One burns your muscles, the other burns your mind. The first pain is effort. It wakes you up early. It forces you to practice when nobody is clapping. It makes you feel stupid before you feel skilled. It bruises your ego. It stretches you past comfort. Your brain hates it. Because psychologically, effort feels like danger. When you try, you risk exposure. You risk failure. You risk finding out you're not as special as you imagined. And the brain's oldest job is survival, not greatness. So it whispers, stay safe. Don't embarrass yourself. Maybe tomorrow. And tomorrow becomes a habit. But here's what the brain doesn't calculate properly. Regret. Regret is different. Regret doesn't hurt immediately. It waits. It watches you scroll. It watches you postpone. It watches you say, I could have. And then one day, it collects. Psychologists say the pain of effort is acute, sharp, temporary, like lifting a heavy weight. But regret? Regret is chronic. It doesn't scream. It echoes. It shows up at night when the room is quiet. It shows up when someone less talented passes you. It shows up when you realize time moved and you didn't. The pain of effort lasts hours. The pain of regret can last decades. Effort feels like dying because your brain confuses growth with threat. Effort attacks your comfort. Regret attacks your identity. Effort says, this is hard. Regret says, this could have been you. Regret doesn't attack. It replays those things you didn't do, the risk that trembled in your hands, and you dropped it. You remember those moments. And here's the cruel psychology of it all. The brain exaggerates the pain of trying but underestimates the lifelong torture of regret. When you don't try, your ego stays intact. You can always pretend you would have succeeded. But that embarrassment you avoided will one day come to you doorstep as regret. But the moment you try, fantasy dies. Now it's real. Now you can fail. So most people choose the safer pain. They choose the pain that doesn't expose them. But years later, they realize something terrifying. The embarrassment they avoided for 5 minutes has become a lifetime of what if. Imagine standing at the edge of your own potential. Not defeated, just absent. Not because you weren't capable, but because you were protecting yourself from temporary discomfort. Effort is painful, but regret is psychological. Effort says, you struggled. Regret says, you never showed up. And deep down, you already know which pain is heavier. One weighs on your body, the other weighs on your soul. The question isn't whether life will hurt you, it's this. Will you choose the pain that builds you, or the pain that haunts you? Choose wisely. Like, share, and follow for more motivational videos.